Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today we discuss the definition for a compound. It's just the revision for the previous lecture, that the compounds, they are the pure substances which consist of two or more different types of elements which are chemically combined in a fixed ratio by mass. And in this aspect we discuss the two important chemical compounds, that is water, and here we have the structure for a water molecule, that the water molecule consists of one oxygen and two hydrogen atoms. So the water molecule, they consist of two elements, hydrogen and oxygen, which are chemically combined with one another, and the combining ratio will be 2:1 ratio in the case of water molecule. In the second aspect we discuss another important chemical compound, that is hydrogen peroxide. And hydrogen peroxide, it consists of hydrogen and oxygen again, but the ratio between hydrogen and oxygen in the case of hydrogen peroxide will be 2:2 ratio. So this is the ratio of the hydrogen and oxygen in water molecule, and here we have the ratio for hydrogen and oxygen in hydrogen peroxide. So it's very interesting to note, and it's very important to note that these are the two chemical compounds, two different chemical compounds which are formed by the same element, but their combining ratios, they are different from one another. For that reason these two chemical compounds, they are different from one another, they are not the same. After that we discussed that the chemical formula, as you know very well, that the elements, they are represented by the symbols. Similarly the chemical compounds, they are represented by the chemical formula, and the chemical formula is actually the chemical formula show you the symbols and the combining ratios of the elements which are present in a chemical compound. So the chemical compounds, they are represented by the chemical formula. Now in this lecture we discuss that how we will make the chemical formula. And the chemical formula, they are made by using a very important technique, and that technique is known as by crossing over method. And that technique and that task is also present in the May summer task. So it's very important to learn this process. So this process is just crossing over method. Here we have the positive ion, sodium ion, and we have the chloride ion. What we will do, we will cross the valency of sodium, we will write the valency of sodium with the chloride ion, and the valency of chloride ion will be written with the sodium ion. You know very well that in the mathematical rule the -1 will cancel with the +1, so you cancel +1 with -1. Actually this valency is written with the chloride ion, and the negative valency will be written with the sodium ion. What you will do, you will cancel -1 with +1. As a result, the formula for sodium chloride will be NaCl. So this method is known as crossing over method. Keep it in your mind, this is very interesting. This is very important to note that the sodium ion will be always on the left side and the negative ion will be on the right side of the formula. Here we have the second example, sodium carbonate, which is also known as washing soda. This is the chemical formula of washing soda. We have sodium ion with the positive valency. The valency is written over top of the symbol, and we have the carbonate ion with the valency -2. What we will do, we will cross the valency of the negative ion with the positive ion. So what we will do, we will write the valency of sodium with the carbonate, and carbonate valency will be written with the sodium. So in this situation you will notice that we have Na2, that Na2 and CO3. CO3 is already in the singular form, so no need to write 1 with the CO3. As a result, the chemical formula for sodium chlorocarbonate will be Na2CO3. So here we have the third example. Valency of calcium is +2, hydroxyl ion -1. So what you will do, you will cross the valency of calcium and OH- ion. For that reason 2 will be written with OH and one will go with the calcium ion. As a result, the final formula for calcium hydroxide will be CaOH2. After that we discuss formula making process in the case of hydrogen fluoride. Similarly, this is the formula making process in the case of water molecule. The valency for hydrogen is +1, valency of oxygen is -2. The valencies will be crossed, so that 2 will go with hydrogen and 1 will go with oxygen. As a result, the final formula for water molecule will be H2O. After that we discuss the mixture. So The mixtures, they are the impure substances. Compounds, they are pure, but the mixtures, they are impure substances. Another big difference between the compound and mixtures, that the compounds, they are formed by the chemical combination of elements, whereas the mixtures, they are formed by the physical combination of the substances. The substances may be elements, compounds, or both. So the two big differences between the mixture and compounds, that the compounds, they are pure substances, they are formed by the chemical combination of elements, whereas mixtures, they are impure substances and they are formed by the physical combination of substances. We have two types of mixtures, the homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. The homogeneous mixtures, they have the uniform composition. Uniform composition means that equal distribution of the components with one another. We discussed the salt solution and sugar solution. Similarly, in the case of heterogeneous mixture, which is totally opposite to the homogeneous mixture, and the mixture which does not have the uniform composition, they are known as heterogeneous mixture. And heterogeneous mixture, the examples for heterogeneous mixture are sand in water, oil in water. So in the case of heterogeneous mixture, you can distinguish the different components which are present in the mixture. Sand particle will be visible to you, and they are totally different from the water. So you can distinguish, you can see the visible boundaries of the sand within the water molecule. So that's all for today. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.